My name is Kim Williams-Osborne. My pronouns are she, her. And I am Director of Licensing at Turn 10 Studios, which is one of the Xbox game studios here at Xbox. I had always been sort of in media and entertainment in my work. And when I came to Microsoft, I was working on the royalties team. And I would process royalty payments to car manufacturers for Turn 10 Studios. And I would read their agreements, their contracts, which they agreed to pay them an amount or they agreed to use a specific car in a game. And I would think, why would you write that in that agreement? I could do better than that. So I worked and rolled around finance for a couple of years. And then this position opened, leading the licensing team at Turn 10 Studios. And the person who had done the job before I knew him from royalties, and he sort of said, "Hey, I'm leaving. I think this role is for you." So I applied and I got the job. That's the fun thing about my job. Every day is different. So my day-to-day can be talking to a car manufacturer, talking to a lawyer at an entertainment company, talking to an executive producer, figuring out what they want in their game, having a meeting with someone from marketing, figuring out how we're going to display or show what's in a game, talking to my team, and drafting out language for an agreement. That I can be really creative writing a license agreement. I can be really creative. And I can make really creative things happen through a license agreement. I can talk to a track or a car company or someone else and talk about, what if we did this to this particular model? What if we created it together and had it look this way? What if we changed this? What if we put your track in this scenario? People think of contracts and lawyers and legal, and it's dry and it's cut and dry, and it actually isn't. Or it doesn't have to be. I'll put it that way. I have 10 things on a list that I'm insisting when I go in and I say I want this, but I really only care about 3 of them. And so we'll go back and forth, and I'll let ones go that I don't care about. And the other side's doing the same thing, and hopefully we can each let go and not have to let go those 3 things that each of us really, really wants. Sometimes you have to compromise, sometimes you don't. But negotiating an agreement is, it's not a war, it's all about listening. The other party tells you what they need, you just have to be patient and you have to listen. I am often in the position to put the kibosh on things, to say no. No, you can't have that car. No, we can't do that. So even though we try to be as creative as possible in the agreements to give us flexibility, sometimes you can't do the things that you want to do. A Ferrari has to be Ferrari red, period, end of story. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So I'm often the one who comes in the room, and sometimes people will deflate. Oh, here comes Kim, because she's about to say no, right? So that can be difficult. But again, that's where the creativity comes into play. So you're trying to find a way to move around or beyond that, to create an experience for the player, and figure out how you can convey that to the other party to make that happen. There were not a lot of women at Turn 10 Studios when I started. There still aren't. We're growing and expanding. There weren't a lot of people of color. And there still aren't. And I'm excited that I'm seeing more and more people come into the industry, young women, young persons of color, and I'm excited at the stories that they will be able to tell. I didn't play games a lot. I was fascinated by it, and I would play, but there was some dissatisfaction for me because I couldn't see myself in the games. So I see new games coming up, and I see new storylines, and I see characters that look like me. And that's really inspiring for me, and I'm certainly well beyond high school and college and all of that. And I think, oh, wow, I get so excited. And, I'm looking at, little things. Look at their hair or whatever. And So I'm really excited to see that. And more importantly, I'm excited to see the stories that will come from those different perspectives.